What up, YouTube? Welcome. Today I'll be reacting to a video that says what is the difference between pitches and why are there so many. That's a long one. That's a very long title. But this is a baseball video, and it was one of the first videos that you guys recommended to me when it came to baseball, and I guess I'll have to watch that video to understand more about the game. If you are new here, I welcome you to my channel. I'm this African guy that is following American sports, American pop culture, music, and the rest of them. And I would like you to join me on this journey by subscribing to the channel. And also, if you love this reaction, hit that like button. It really helps me a lot, and I really appreciate it. Now let's get into it.
What was that? Seriously, what pitch was that? One goes this way, one goes that way, one goes like that, another's doing this.
Are they not the same?
And batters only have
Those all look the same to me. Am I missing something?
150 milliseconds to identify the pitch and decide whether to swing.
Ooh.
That's half as long as it takes to blink, but it's the difference between this
that ball is way gone.
and this.
Swing and a miss, and breaks his bat.
So, quick question. What is the difference between all these pitches? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pitch School. Let's get into it. There are 4 basic types of pitches, and each has a unique way of challenging a batter. Fastballs use speed. Changeups are all about timing. Breaking balls rely on movement, and knuckleballs, we'll come back to those. First up, good old number 1, the heater, cheddar, gas, the fastball.
This ball completely blown by him.
The goal of the fastball is, it's pretty self-explanatory. The pitcher throws the ball as fast as he can
to reach the catcher,
trying to blow by the batter.
Fires another flaming fastball.
The fastball was the original pitch, and it just kept getting faster. The current record is 105 miles per hour. But pitchers threw heat even before the radar gun gave us an accurate number. And they had to get pretty creative in how they measured. By some accounts, Bob Feller hit triple digits in the 1940s.
Really? They used their bike.
And speed isn't the fastball's only weapon. While they mostly go straight, how you throw it can give it just a little bit of movement.
That is quite funny. That is how they used to use to measure speed. Like in those days, that is quite funny.
The classic 4-seamer is the straightest and thrown the hardest. Then there's the cutter and the 2-seamer. These guys move horizontally, just in opposite directions, and are known for producing plenty of firewood.
Cutting in and taking a
bat.
Finally, there's fastballs that drop, the sinker and splitter. The difference is in the grip, but the goal is the same. Ugly swings in the dirt and easy ground ball outs.
Grounder to short, should be a double play, it is.
Even though all these pitches move a few inches in different ways, they're all still fastballs.
He struck him out. Look at
this batting is very difficult, man. Like, this batting is very difficult. Look at how fast this ball is, and they're supposed to be able to hit it and direct it. I mean, that is not with a flat stick, or not with a flat bat, a round edge bat. That is mad. Seriously. Like, these guys are supposed to be the highest paid people on baseball. I don't know whether they are, but they should be.
Freeman, he smashed his bat in half.
The fastball is the original pitch in baseball, and it remains the best. If you can throw it north of 98, you don't have to worry too much about your other pitches.
Take Nathan Patterson. Nathan went to a Rockies game last year as a fan, but after hitting 96 on the Stadium Speed Challenge, the Oakland A's offered him a contract.
Really?
Whether it sinks, cuts, or blazes its way through.
Ooh.
In 2019, 58% of pitches were fastballs. It's number 1 for a reason. Okay, next up, the yin to fastball's yang, the changeup. Maybe the sneakiest weapon in a pitcher's arsenal.
He kept swinging harder and harder, and Santana just kept taking more and more off.
The goal of the changeup is to throw off a hitter's timing. If they're expecting a 99 mile per hour fastball and it comes in at 75, they swing way in front of it.
Wow, that is interesting. Guys, I don't know, some of you that follow soccer, I don't know whether you know about the penanka. the penanka. I think I'll put a clip of that kind of thing on the screen for you guys to see. Like, instead of when you're trying to take a penalty, instead of just shoot it straight or shoot it at normal speed, you chip it right in the middle or something, like deceive the goalkeeper. I think that's the same thing. It's the same concept here. That is interesting. Wow. Okay.
And delivered a ball that looked like a fastball but came up slow. And this was the change of pace. It preceded the curveball in the many attempts by pitchers to deceive batters.
The greater difference between the speed of your fastball and your changeup, the harder it is to hit.
Okay.
Pedro Martinez was one of the best to ever do it.
Okay.
He'd dial his fastball up to 97, then he'd throw his changeup at 77 miles per hour. When a hitter only has half a blink to react,
that
you
is
get
true.
a lot of whiffs.
Yes.
Back in the day, I was throwing 98. Now I'm not the power pitcher that I was before. So in 2009, I threw my changeup. It was my best pitch. I put my middle finger in the middle of the two seams, and then I throw it hard as I can. And I was throwing it.
It's to throw up the batter. Yeah.
Came out really good. Came out really good. And started striking out lefty, righty. It was like, this is it. This is my pitch.
He got it! A perfect game by the King, Felix Hernandez!
Lots of pitchers have put their spin on the changeup, but no pitch is slower than the ephus. The name comes from the Hebrew word for zero and was invented in the 1940s by Rip Sewell.
Take a look at the height of that pitch.
The goal, a gentle lob.
Oh,
Somehow it
okay.
works.
I mean, like, I didn't know baseball had all this kind of
Next up, the hook. Uncle Charlie. The bender, the hammer, aka the breaking ball.
breaking ball.
Is nasty.
A breaking ball is any pitch that primarily relies on movement to deceive the batter, like a curveball. To the batter, a curveball looks like it's going straight. Then at the last microsecond, it drops off the tape.
Okay, damn, that's some
Let's talk
skill.
about spin. The seams on a baseball are raised just 0.03 inches off the surface. When a pitcher spins the ball, that seam causes air to gather on one side of the baseball,
Wow.
creating a high pressure pocket above.
Guys, this is very interesting though. Like, I mean, I didn't know. I just thought it just showed the ball though. Like, I didn't know baseball has all these variations like this. Like, you know how to throw the ball, throw it different. I know. Like, it's not like I didn't expect to learn something like this eventually. That because and all sports, you know, in every sport you have to try and evolve, try and find ways to defeat your opponent. So I know in every sport there has to be some style in doing stuff. But I'm still pleasantly surprised, really.
And a low pressure pocket below. So the ball drops into the low pressure pocket, meaning it moves. And the greater the spin, the greater the movement. This seems pretty complicated, but 17-year-old Jim Creighton figured it out when he threw the first breaking pitch all the way back in 1858. Breaking balls have been making hitters look foolish ever since. But the two most common breaking balls thrown today are the curveball, which drops down, and the slider, which drops down and slides across. But with all breaking balls, the key is deception.
You gotta throw it like a fastball, honestly. The more you can throw it like a fastball and get comfortable throwing it like a fastball, you'll be successful because it's all about making the hitter believe it's something that it's not.
Now, there's a whole other branch to the breaking ball family tree.
Okay.
Illegal pitches. Remember how the raised seam on the baseball creates movement? Well, doctoring a baseball, rubbing it with a little emery board or putting some pine tar or spit on it can make the movement of a breaking ball even more extreme.
Wow.
All of these have been illegal since the 1940s.
Okay, they're illegal. Okay.
But pitchers can find ways to be sneaky. Finally, the outcast of the pitching world, the literal oddball, the butterfly with hiccups, the knuckleball.
The weirdest pitch in baseball and possibly.
What is this incident that happened with Tom Brady's team? That they did some kind of cheating, that they cheated. I used to hear it. It was very, very popular. Even as someone that wasn't following the NFL at that point, I used to hear it all the time. Something Gates. Can't remember it. You guys help me out. I would like to watch a video about it. Like, let me know what that was all about.
The most misunderstood.
The reason why it's called a knuckleball is that when you throw it, you see your knuckles up here. When the ball wants to spin backwards out of your hand as you're releasing it, the object is to control the top half of the ball so it comes out without any spin.
Spin.
Okay.
Here we go again.
Okay.
Remember, breaking balls use spin to move in specific ways. But when you take that spin away, it becomes totally unpredictable. Even the pitcher doesn't know where it's going. Or the catcher. A good knuckler on a good day, it's unhittable. But a bad one usually ends up in the seats. The knuckleball has become borderline mythical. No one sets out to become a knuckleballer.
I tell people the knuckleball kind of found me, right? I was drafted in the 8th round by the Pirates as a first baseman. I struggled badly. So in 1989, I was playing catch with another first baseman, throwing knuckleballs back and forth to each other. We're trying to hit each other in the kneecaps. My manager walked behind me and said, "Hey, I didn't know you could do that."
Yeah, pregame catch turned a mediocre first base prospect into a 19-year pitching career. But it gets weirder. The only people who can teach this fickle pitch? Former knuckleballers. Tim Wakefield learned from the great Charlie Hough.
He put his arm around me, said, "Welcome to the fraternity, kid. Ask me whatever you want. I'm here for you. I know what it's like."
There's a lot of technique involved, man.
So you've got me
not just to throw the ball.
Anytime you need anything. And I was able to pass that torch on to R.A. Dickey.
Sadly, the dark arts of the knuckler are disappearing. Only one knuckleballer threw in the bigs in 2019. But the knuckleball has been pronounced dead before, and always seems to find a way back.
Someone will always come
It'll
up.
never die.
Another person will come up. That is just
for a little while, and then somebody else will come back and resurrect it. Don't ever give up on it.
Whew, okay.
Damn.
To recap,
Okay.
You've got your fastball, speed, change up, timing, breaking balls, movement, knuckleballs, unpredictability. Why so many pitches? Well, every pitcher has a different arsenal.
Which would be my best? I think I'll go with the knuckleball. Like, I like it. I like the way. I like the technique. I like the technique that is involved with it. I love it. I like it. I just like it. I don't know how to put it like that. That like if I want to choose, if I have to choose, like if I had a choice of being able to be a pitcher and actually like someone told me which one would you like to be, I would choose the knuckleball pitcher. If I were to be a pitcher, if I was actually good at the game, which I'm clearly not.
Combinations of pitches that no one else uses or throws quite like they do. What works for one pitcher is totally different for another. With a million possible combinations of different grips, windups, releases, and spins, pitchers are inventing new pitches all the time. Take a look at this work of art. This is a churve.
That's the churve.
Debuted and named by Joey Lucchese in 2018, he's the only person who can throw it. He made it up himself.
Whoa!
It's got the grip of a changeup and the release of a curve, but its movement is all its own.
Wow.
Pitchers and pitches keep evolving. So let's try this again. 150 milliseconds on the clock? What pitch is that? Still can't tell?
Fastball.
Just be grateful you're not in the batter's box.
That is nice. That is nice. Guys, I'll have to admit, I didn't know what to expect from this video. Like, it was a video suggestion. I didn't really know what to expect. I have to admit that. I was just thinking, what is the difference between pitches? Like, what does that mean? What could that mean? Like, this is a reaction channel. It's not like I'll go and do some kind of research. I have to go in blind to make it natural. So I was just thinking, thinking in my head, like, what could it be? What's the difference between pitches? Like, it's not just to pitch, not just to throw it. Like, I was just thinking, but I've been pleasant. I was pleasantly surprised by this video. Seriously, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, that is quite interesting. I mean, like, I know in every sport, players have to create techniques, to deceive their opponents. It's normal in any sport, anywhere. But I just didn't think baseball had this kind of exquisite kind of many techniques, different than just to throw a ball. Like, I didn't think, maybe I could have thought that maybe you could have maybe two different ways of throwing the ball. This one, you have 4 different main ways. Then inside those 4, each of them still has parts, sub what is that English? Sub methods, whatever. You guys correct me with the English. So like, it's quite interesting, really. This was a very interesting video. I hope you guys loved the video. I hope you loved the reaction. If it did, help me out, like the video. It really helps this channel and I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.